Well, hello there, my friend, and welcome to my Friday. We made it. First order of business on Fridays is mushrooms. We got 6 to pick up today.
And that's a huge discovery. It's quite liberating because it is an exhausting process, especially if you're adding more.
Fridays are always a busy day because of the sheer amount of orders we have. We have the most deliveries on Friday. But as far as volume of product, again, Mondays and Thursdays have become the heavier loads because of all the shopping. Nevertheless, full staff, so should be easy peasy. Before I left the house, Tiffany came out to grab her coffee, and I quickly just said, hey, start thinking about dinner, figure out what you want to do, because I really want to stream tonight. And I said, so if it's something that I can just stream through dinner and catch you afterwards, great. If you want to go somewhere, or if you want me to help you cook something, like, let me know sooner than later so I can kind of mentally prepare that. I might have to, as of right now, it's looking like I have to make a stop on my way home. That might throw a monkey wrench into the evening, because it's easy to say I'm just going to stop by, but I might stop by and it might turn into a 2-hour visit. So I haven't really talked about this because I honestly don't know what to say, because I don't know how to, I don't know all the details. I just know what my dad's told me. But essentially his bar, they're relocating his bar, but as of right now they do not have a new location. So at this point they're closing the bar with a tentative relocation in the next 18 months. They legally have to relocate in 18 months or they lose their liquor license, which obviously, you know, they can't let that happen. So he will be moving his bar at some point. But tonight is the going away party. So today is the last day that it's open. And so obviously, you know, want to stop by and pay my respects. Not that I have any ties to the place like my brother does. My brother worked there for many years. But yeah, I said at least I'd stop by. Actually, my dad asked me to record some video and take some photos, which I can definitely do. But I think people know that I do video and do photos and stuff, and assume that I'm like this. I'm a professional. I use an iPhone for my photos, and I use a Pocket 3, which is literally a stick with a ball on the top of it, you know, for my vlogs, because I'm a vlogger. I'm not, I don't make films. I'm not a cinematographer. I don't have a big rig with a nice lens and a nice microphone. It's like I'm using essentially bare minimum, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, this camera does 4K, 24p. It looks great, obviously. I've watched a couple of my vlogs on my new TV. This camera looks great. Even the iPhone looks great. But it's not the same. I can't do real cinematic stuff. I can't punch in with, I don't have a zoom lens. Audio is very ambient. Photos, I mean, the iPhone does great when you got good lighting, when you're outdoors. Indoors, not so much. Especially in a dark bar and people are moving around. So I don't know. We'll see. I told my dad, of course, I said yes, but I'm like, don't get your expectations too high. 7:30. We're at Costco. I did forget the camera today, so only working with the iPhone. I was thinking in my head, like, not gonna worry about vlogging too much, but then I was like, it's Friday, and if I go home and stream, then I'm not gonna vlog anything. So we're vlogging. I just had Chobani Greek yogurt, the honey flavor. Always intrigued with honey. I love honey. It was good. It was sweet. Again, not a lot of honey flavor. I don't know if honey is just not one of those ingredients that, like, you just don't really taste a lot of the honey when you cook with it. I don't know. It was good though. I'd get it again. $9 a.m. Tiffany is already making plans for the weekend. I love it. She found some kind of festival that's going on tomorrow during the day that we're going to go to. And then my dad asked if we had dinner plans, which of course at the moment we do not. And he asked if we wanted to go to dinner with him. And so I never commit to those types of things until I talk to Tiffany first, because she's real finicky. And while my immediate reaction is, hell yeah, let's go to dinner. That sounds great. She might be like, I don't feel like going out. I don't feel like being social. So She says, yeah, sure. Just find out what kind of dinner he wants. Does he want something more like fast casual and we do tacos, chilango? Or does he want more like sit down, relax, more service meal? And then in which case we'll probably go like tempo or something. So I will find out more information. Also find out if he's going to be by himself or if he's going to be having a +1. Also vibe check, like what kind of dinner are we talking about? Just the 3 of us, or is it going to be 4? Have to find that out. But the weekend is starting to shape up. Also, I did throw out ribs to the family last night, and everyone said they were down. So, and Cade, watching yesterday's vlog, asked about, or made a comment about, if there's ever any leftover ribs, just let him know. He'd be more than happy to commandeer those for us. Or at the very least, invite him more for dinner to eat that, the other half that's usually left over. So, I'll again feel out Tiffany and figure out if that's something that we want to do or not. Shopping round 2. So normally when I go into QT looking for an energy drink, Zions is the one that I go for because they're one of the only convenience stores that carry Zions anymore. I can't really find it anywhere else. I mean, I'm sure it's in like Circle K's and stuff like that, but I'm never in Circle K's. It's QT. Anyway, Celsius is obviously blowing up everywhere, and there's more and more flavors being dropped. They had a cherry cola that was amazing. I was like, oh, I could drink these all day. So I go to QT. I'm like, I'm either gonna get a Zions cherry lime or I'm gonna get a cherry cola Celsius. And for whatever reason, this QT doesn't have either one. One, they have no Zions at all. In fact, I even asked the guy, I'm like, do you guys not carry Zions anymore? And he's like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, oh, so you're just out. Okay. But this guy is on his horn for some reason. Like, he's got a problem with his horn. His horn's going off. That's funny. I'm like, okay, you're out, but there's like an empty hole. Like there's like a spot, like, oh, this is where Zions normally is, and we're just out. Like it's like Costco, they filled it with a new place. Even the guy he asked, he's like, do you not carry Zions? He goes, yeah, we do. We have 2 facing ones. He's like, I don't see him, but yes, we do see our carrots. So whatever. So 2 strikes, didn't get that. So then I go over to the Red Bull section because Red Bull is my go-to, and I see they have a spring edition, which I've never seen a spring edition before. It's either summer or winter, but it's grapefruit and blossom. Love grapefruit. Very excited to try this, but I don't know what blossom is. Red Bull, the spring edition, the taste of grapefruit and blossom. Oh, that's all it says. I was hoping it'd give me like some flavor profiles or something, but anyway, yeah, grapefruit and blossom. So we're gonna give this a try. The new spring edition. Oh yeah, that's grapefruit. I don't know what the blossom is. Orange blossom? Grapefruit blossom? It's good though. I like it. Done, son. All right, so I'm pretty sure I mentioned this morning, but on my way home, I'm gonna stop by my dad's bar. He may or may not be there because his plan is to drop off some food on the way home, go home, change, feed his cats and his dog, and then come back to the bar, and he'll be there till they close. So I may or may not catch him, but I am going to take some video, both for the vlog, but also just for posterity, because the future's unknown. As of right now, the plan is to relocate and, reopen somewhere else. But what remains to be unknown, is are they going to just move the entire and recreate the bar that it is now, or are they going to reimagine and start from scratch? No one knows. The other bar, my family's other bar, has been in the works of moving for the last, I don't even know, 6 years. But they're caught up in red tape with the city of Goodyear, I think it is. Eventually they'll have to move because they're literally putting a freeway in and need to widen the road that the bar is on. But clearly it's not in any priority because it hasn't happened. They've been talking about it for like 6 years. They've had like 2 or 3 going away parties. They get press from it. Oh, an iconic building. And So, but that one, I know for a fact my aunt is going to literally take everything down and put it back up the way my grandpa had it. That is her plan, that is her dream, is to just build a new facility from the ground up and then put everything back on the walls the way that my grandpa had them. Just obviously bigger and brighter and newer. But my dad's bar, on the other hand, don't know yet. I actually didn't get a chance to talk to him about it today. So anyway, I'm going to go to Romans County line, and we're going to walk around, and I'm going to show you guys some nostalgic stuff. I'll show you. I mean, the bar has changed so much since I was a kid, but I mean, I was there when I was a kid, and there's definitely some memories, and there's gonna be some pictures and some cool stuff on the walls and all that. So let's go check it out. So here it is. It's I forget how many spots they've got, but my grandpa just started renting out more and more spots, knocking out the walls. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe he's got 5 spots. I'll get more details from my dad later, how long it's been here, but it's been here a long time. Again, I was a kid when he first took it over. Romans County line, the line. Shuffleboard. Me and my brothers spent many days in here just playing shuffleboard. Never actually playing, just sliding, because it was fun for kids, you know. Not a lot to do in a bar for kids. Pool tables. Off-track betting used to be back there in the corner. That's where it used to be. You come out here and bet on the ponies, TVs. There's still a TV right there, betting. Live music for a long time, dance floor. This came and went multiple times though. Pool tables were here for a while. They shut down the bands and there was no dancing. And then my dad built a kitchen. This wasn't here originally either. My brother, I believe, was the first one to start putting it in, put all the equipment in. Kitchen came and went. Off-track betting here. It's hard to see because of the light, but there's my Grandpa Roman with the Clydesdale right in front of the bar. A lot of old photos of him. There's him, my Uncle Steve, my dad's brother, who passed away. They're both gone. Life-size version of Grandpa. Always wore a derby. Known for his overalls, iconic overalls. There's just pictures everywhere of him. Different Patreons, friends. Multiple iterations of this place. Lots of construction. My brother worked here for many years. Renovated. He's the one who put a lot of the TVs up, moving things around. So this is a photo in front of this building. This isn't here anymore, but I remember this now. You had this old wagon in the parking lot up towards the road that said off-track betting to kind of advertise. It's since been moved, obviously, and gone. They did the parking lot, but then this one is in front of this other bar, the Oasis. It's all John Deered out. I don't know who these guys are, but predominant enough to be on the wall. My grandpa. Just got off the phone with Tiffany to kind of feel out the rest of our evening. She said she's going to stay out for another hour and a half. It's getting darker later, so she can stay out a little later. It's not hot yet, where she's miserable at the end of the day. She has no dinner plans. She plans on just eating leftovers since we're going into the weekend, clear out the leftovers for the week. Sierra's gone for the night. She's doing an overnight babysitting stay with the kids that she babysits. And so I just talked to Bryce. He has 2 potential options, both meaning he's going to be out for the evening. One is with his new lady friend, and the other one is with a bunch of guy friends that are going to have a little kickback and whatnot. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do Chipotle for dinner since I still have that gift card that I haven't used. Would you like anything? He goes, no, she's gonna bring me food. I go, even if you don't hang out, she's just gonna come drop you food? Yeah, she's going with her friend right now to get food, so she's gonna bring me food. I was like, oh, all right. So he's covered for food. So yeah, I'm gonna head to Chipotle. I just put my order in on the app. It'll be ready in about 14 minutes. So I should be there just before that, which means I'm gonna get it piping hot. I'm so excited. And then Tiffany's like, you know what? I got you all weekend. I get you all weekend. Go stream. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with my own food. And you just have a night to yourself. I'm like, thank you. All I need is that like reassurance that you're totally okay. Not the yeah, well if you want to. Like I don't want that. I want the no. Go for it, babe. I want you to. That's what I want. And when she says that, I'm like, good done. So that's what we're doing.
And Molly Shannon are looking at.
Let's go. I walked in the door and she was putting it on the shelf 7 minutes early. That's why I go early, because if it's early, I want it hot as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? So 7 minutes early, let's go, Chipotle. You're my bae. Still haven't tried Angie's Burger. Bryce has been there a couple times. Sierra's been there a couple times. They said it was good. They said they enjoyed it. Bryce liked the lobster roll. The burger was nothing special, but it was a good burger, right? So it's think of it that way. It wasn't anything special, but it was a good burger, which is, you know, all you can really ask for, really. So honestly, bad timing with the Chipotle next door, because it's like I'm coming over here. What do I want? I want Chipotle, especially when I have Chipotle paid for already, right? But I do want to go to Angie's. I want to try their burger. I want to try their chicken. But more importantly, I want to try that lobster roll. So I should plan for that in the future. And I want to actually, I think there's minimal seating. If there's any seating, I don't even know if there's seating. I was gonna say, sit down and we could do like a review. We do like a mukbang review of Angie's Burgers. And there we go. This was pre-saved from 2023. So my veggie bowl with guacamole. Free queso, so I took advantage of that. And of course I had to get some chips for the queso and the bowl. There we go.
3 hours later.
Just wrapped up a live stream and got a little hungry there, so a little late night ramen action. So Bryce has a friend over. They're in the hot tub. As I was saying, Bryce has a guest over and they're in the hot tub hanging out. He actually just called me, asked if I can bring him some bottles of water. So anyway, I'm gonna eat some ramen and I'm just gonna hit the couch and watch something on the TV, but I don't wanna intrude. I was saying this last night when we were talking about her possibly coming over tonight. Our house, the one I would say flaw is there's really nowhere to hang out. It's one big room. So like let's say if you and I were hanging out here and Bryce wanted to hang out with his friend over there, like there's always gonna be two conversations going on in the room, right? My office was the other like room, the other little sitting area. And since I blocked that off and put a wall up, it's an office. It's not a living space. Now, granted, if I eventually put a couch in there and TV, then yeah, sure. Then now it's like a separate room that like, you know, a couple could go hang out in there. You know, I once talked about having like a little bar set up for drinks and stuff, but since I never do that, it's a waste. But that's the issue. There's no loft. There's no living room. There's no separate family room. It's just one big house, which is fine for Tiff and I. Not good for multiple parties. The only other option is front porch, back porch, which like right now they're out back by the in the spa, and then eventually by the fire. So there you go. Ramen in a new world for me. 9:30 p.m. Had my ramen, played some New World, and now I'm hitting a wall. I think it's time for bed. So yeah, that's my Friday. Thanks for hanging out with me. I do appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. Tomorrow's Saturday. Tiff's got a festival that she found we're gonna go check out, and then dinner with my dad. And so yeah, should be a good day. Come back tomorrow.